Hey guys, thought I'd jump on here real quick and just do a real quick video of something we found in the yard that we can actually start propagating. That we didn't, well, we knew it was here, but we didn't know what it was. We always just assumed it was a weed. So let me show it to you. And it's all these purple flowers here. You see they're just kind of tucked in the tree line. And they're all over the property, and we always just assumed they were a big tall weed. They've got these big broad leaves on them and these really cool purple flowers. Now, being a weed, because they were kind of so pretty and they do smell really good, we always just left them alone. And looking around, Google lensing a bit, we found out this is actually called purple phlox. Phlox with a PH. And not only is it not just a weed, it is a flower. It is a desirable flower that people purchase, and it attracts all kinds of pollinators like butterflies and bees and hummingbirds. And look how pretty it is. Look at the flowers these things put out. And it's all the way from, I would say, to early to mid-spring these things flower like this. So they grow in obviously kind of partial sun area here. They haven't spread into the trees far, so they must not do well in complete shade. And they haven't spread out, so they don't do well in full direct sunlight, I would think. So kind of partial shade, partial sun is what I'm thinking. We'll do some more looking, but I think we're going to propagate some of these because it looks like they not only sell, it looks like they sell for a decent price. So this is one more thing we can add to our nursery that won't cost us a penny. So I don't know what you guys are finding around your properties, but like I said, we're always looking. I know this right here is a big blackberry tree, but we're always looking around the property. We're always finding new things. It seems like there's a lot of things that could grow in a 10-acre spot. So we're always keeping our eye open. This is just the newest in a series of things that we'll be able to actually grow and stick in a pot. Maybe not for this year, but for next year for certain. And they are a perennial that just keeps coming back. So like I said, they're everywhere. You can see all the way down the tree line. All right guys, here's another interesting thing we have on the property. This rose bush, we talked about in an earlier video. It's got yellow roses on it, and they're just tons and tons of little buds getting ready to open up. They are not far at all at this point. And I plan on propagating this one because we're actually going to take it out of here because it's kind of growing over the porch and it's getting a little out of hand. And it's not the ideal place I would want it. So we were actually going to just pull it completely out of here. But I saw a whole bunch of little shoots coming off, like this guy down here. And I thought I could just dig those up, maybe pot them and prune them and have them just grow good for us for next year. That didn't work because those roots are just long string roots that go straight to the back there. So I wasn't able to get that done. So I'm taking some softwood cuttings off these. We'll go over and show you what that looks like. All right, you see we've kind of set up over here under our mister, which is not officially hooked up yet, but it is close. We did find the parts for it. We got a new hose with the correct ends on it. So we're all ready. We just actually got to hook it up and program it. But I'm not actually going to put these under mist. I'm just going to go ahead and cut these. And you could see, let's see if I can find a good example. Well, these were good examples. You can kind of see off the roots that were all grown together and stuff. We've got these cuttings where you have kind of last year's growth that's discolored. It's a little brown. And then it comes up. This is actually cut off of one of these. It comes up and it starts turning this bright, soft green. And that's the new growth from this year. So we're taking our cuttings off of this. Now, I would almost guarantee there's going to be, I've just got these sitting in water for now. I'd almost guarantee there's going to be some rose guy out there yelling at me that this is wrong. And that's perfectly fine. I've never done this before. I'm not going to do these under mist. I'm going to get them cut. I'm going to get them in here. I'm going to put a plastic dome on them and water them down good. I'm going to put them over there under the shade cloth. And I'm just going to leave them alone as long as they have water in them. So I'll show you kind of how I'm cutting these. All right, so once I have my softwood cutting here, I'm just going in here and I'm finding two two different leaf nodes that are coming out. I'm gonna trim those off, kind of trim the leaves off of them. And then right below the third leaf node, I'll make a cut. Now this, it came off that way. This will get planted. And then this here is ready for me to do 1, 2, and then cut below the third again. And I'm just gonna keep going up. I'm gonna keep cutting these, keep popping them in there. Before anybody asks, I do not have any rooting hormone for these. If I had some, I'd put it on it. This was not really a planned thing. I was hoping to dig these up by the roots and actually plant them, just transplant them. And that didn't work out. So this is making roses out of lemons, I guess. Now I can't say if I'm done trying to dig these up. There's a lot more little shoots over there that I may attempt yet. These ones just didn't work out. And I don't have any left. Got this one and a couple smaller shoots in there. And these are starting to get on the small side. Now if you remember from the last video, these are 72 count trays. I may just go ahead and do enough to fill it up regardless of what I have here. I'll go get some more if I need them. That way when I close that tray up, it's actually done and it's a full tray. I hate to waste tray space getting ready to propagate the lion's share of our hydrangeas and stuff like that. Now, as I understand it, the reason we're cutting the leaves off is because I don't want them using energy growing leaves or trying to grow. I want to put all the energy into actually creating roots. So just get rid of these leaves, and that way none of the energy is going up that direction. Keep them focused on what's important here. Okay, so it looks like we've got some more here. I need about 27 more cuttings to fill this. I'll take the bucket back over there. We'll give me some more cuttings. I probably won't take the bucket. I'll leave that. I'll just go grab more cuttings and get this filled up. There it is. We've got 72 of them little boogers in there. And I have no idea if they're gonna live or die, but this is how we're doing it. So the next step here is just gonna be empty out the water here. We got a bunch of rain the other night, so everything's a little wet. And that's all right, because somebody told me plants like water, so probably ain't a big deal. All right, set this down. So we've got that in there. Now we have domes for these. We have plastic domes, so I'm gonna go get one of those. I'm gonna water this in good, put the dome on it, and get it set down in the shade where it could just stay, I guess, probably for about the next 4 to 6 weeks. We'll see. All right, there it is, finished product. They are all tucked in, and there's plenty of water in there to last probably forever. We may have too much water and they rot, but this is the first test. We've never done them, and we were planning on doing them today. So if any of them turn out, great. If none of them turn out, great. We learned something. So that's it for today, guys. We'll see you next time.